support.
The maestro, please.
Time for another pop analysis, and the week of Drake continues. And out of all of the music that Drake released at once, today we're going to be going over specifically Janice STFU.
Drake.
Very much a frequent flyer on pop analysis. The two most recent times we talked about him were his collaborative songs.
Fuck a pigeonhole, I'm a night owl, it's a different mode. I'ma have to make a paint of 6 on a
And
Sliming you out. Sliming you out, sliming you out.
given it's been a time since we did any of his solo work, the last solo song we did was
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me.
Given if you want to get technical, the last time we actually talked about him was when we were doing
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us.
Regardless of that, wasn't quite down for the count entirely, has now come out with some other collaborative songs that he's been doing, such as
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha?
and
Girl, I can't decide if I should stay and say I tried, or I should leave and say goodbye.
Background.
Janice STFU was released as a single on May 19th, 2026, charting at number 1 as of the end of May. The song's chorus actually has a heavy interpolation of interpolation, meaning he's not doing a quotation in which he would sing the exact same words as I Follow Rivers, but he is doing the exact same melody.
Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby.
Now, this was done with permission, it was cleared, so Licky Lee and Bjorn Yttling and Rick Knowles are all credited. Janice STFU is off of Drake's recent album, Iceman. I say recent because it was released alongside Maid of Honor and Habibti all at once on May 15th. I do believe we knew Iceman was coming, but Maid of Honor and Habibti were a bit of a surprise. Regardless, it is the second single off of Iceman, the first one being
What did I miss? What did I miss?
and then the third one.
Now I'm too hard for the fucking radio. Too hard for the
Credits on this besides Drake include FNZ, Roger Chahade, and Before You. FNZ is actually a duo, being Fnatic and Zach, or more specifically, Michael Moulet and Isaac Deboni. Not exactly strangers to the hip-hop world, and they have a number of pop hits to their name as well, such as or, oddly enough, more recently,
I'm a die-hard, it gets ugly. Too passionate, it gets ugly.
Roger Chahade. We've talked about him twice before, the first time being
But you can't blame me for trying.
and then back at the beginning of 2024 with
All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Given since then, this would be his next pop hit. And then we have Before You, real name currently unknown, but is an up-and-coming producer out of the UK, and this would be their first pop hit. Janice STFU is released jointly by OVO and Republic.
Form.
Janice STFU is a hip-hop song, is just under 4 minutes long, is in D-flat Dorian, or C-flat major, which I guess you could write more easily as C-sharp Dorian, which would be B major, but I already committed to C-flat, 4/4 time, and 126 beats per minute. The very beginning of the song opens up with an intro,
Milliana, it's been so long since you texted me.
before going into the first chorus.
Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby.
We then go to the first verse,
Buried alive, someone come dig me up.
followed by a second chorus,
Pull up, Maybach, beep, beep, baby.
a much longer second verse,
Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn.
which ultimately ends up being the last section of the song before we get to the end.
Synth.
The first synth we hear actually in the very beginning of the song, kind of buried and very mellow, starting off on that low B flat, then going up to that C flat, which it rearticulates halfway through the phrase, before hitting that F flat, and then finally ending on the E flat. The other synth we have, which primarily plays through the rest of the song, just kind of does this back and forth pattern on that A flat, C flat, B flat, C flat.
Bass.
The only other melodic instrument in the song, everything else is just textural or percussion, starting off on that D flat, then dropping to that A flat, dropping to that F flat, and then dropping to that D flat an octave lower.
Intro.
The intro has Drake being auto-tuned and kind of has this going back and forth, up and down figure. The range is pretty low, just that low A flat, and that's barely hit considering it's a 16th note, and the highest he gets is that F flat, and we do get a little bit of syncopation in there.
Milliana, it's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy.
In the following phrase, that whole thing is pretty much repeated, given we don't get that A flat at the very beginning, but still the highest we get is that F flat, and we're still going up and down with these syncopated rhythms.
You said what my work means to me will one day be the death of me. They tried to kill me once, but darling, you just resurrected me.
Chorus.
Again, modeled after the Licky Lee line, the heavy auto-tune gives these sort of pitch bends up to those quarter notes though, and you can see we're much higher in the range now, all the way on that A flat, and we still get as low as that C flat.
Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby.
Now the big thing in the chorus is that he ties each line kind of together. You'll notice that the first one was 3 bars and now this is 4. Technically that I'm so green you gotta could be the last bar of the previous phrase, but he keeps connecting them together as they flow through the chorus.
I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby. From Vancouver, you a BC, baby.
When we get halfway through, you see he jumps up and register. Those quarter notes are back on that A flats as opposed to that E flats we were getting before.
Pull up, Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby.
That pattern continues until we get to the end. We get those 2 A's before we get into the actual verses.
Swear my label gotta free me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey.
As far as changes go in the second chorus, it's pretty much the same minus some changed words.
Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby.
Even then though, it's just that previous phrase and this phrase that have any changes.
See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey.
Verse.
The verses are almost entirely rapped, and the big thing about Drake's flow in this song is there's going to be this constant back and forth between triple or duple meter.
Hey, buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up.
This phrase really does show that idea. We see all of these tripled eighth notes, but at the same time, we still have these 16th and 8th notes, and even some syncopation with those as well.
You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga, the jig is up.
Another big thing he does when he's exclusively in the triple meter is there's those triplet eighth notes, but then there are triplet figures that have a quarter note and an eighth note, almost giving a swung feel.
They say the truth will set you free, well mine is gonna stream while you watching HD. They say that karma could take an eternity, yours is dropping the same night as me.
As we get to the end of the first verse though, it finishes off with that A Janice line at the end.
Funny thing is that they ain't gonna compete. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
Hey Janice, shut the fuck up.
Starting off the second and much longer verse, we don't really get that much changes from the first in terms of flow.
Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel.
As you can see, we're still going really back and forth, riding that line of that duple and triple meter.
Shot-town popping a pill, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
Just like before though, he tends to rely more on the triple meter than the duple meter.
Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal?
Although here we start to introduce these longer quarter note lines.
Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your will?
That's especially prevalent in this phrase here. Notice how every damn takes up a full beat.
Damn, how many more times is y'all gonna keep calling it soft when it's silk? Damn, how many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get ice to chill? Damn.
As we continue on, he tends to do these groups of 3 triplet lines, though.
They tryna cover it up like a quilt. Rari go skirt on a boy like a kilt. Kept it 100 on paper like Will.
You can see for the most part, it's always 3 groups of 3 ending on one longer held note line until we get to the end of this phrase going into the next.
Tricking it off on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce in a spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it.
Here's where things get interesting. Auto-tune is back on, does this big fall from that C flat on the staff to the C flat at the bottom before these yas creeping up on the D flat, E flat, and G flat.
For real. Yeah. Yeah.
After that, we go back to the rapping, that triple meter with those groups of 3s.
I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free.
Before now going back to the auto-tune for real line, but notice now his rapping is also auto-tuned as well. Still those essentially groups of 3s, but hitting those E flats with the occasional D flat.
For real. Yeah. MRI machine scanning my knee. Like how long you been running in the streets.
He basically repeats this over and over, but there are some slight changes more so on the for real yeah part and how far they are spaced.
For real. Yeah. She just text me like we. We in Paris like 200 deep.
Or in this instance where he just doesn't even say yeah.
For real. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but 2 different colors.
Ending the verse and ultimately the song with those auto-tuned triplet meter sort of things. And again, we do have that A Janice line at the end.
And I might just tell Kyle get another. Small price cause he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London.
Hey, Janice, shut the fuck up.
Been a while since we've had a rap song on Pop Analysis, and of course it would be Drake, considering he has such star power. Anything he releases gets to the top of the charts, and that goes for the entirety of the 3 albums he released at once. Now, this is a diss towards Kendrick as well as other people, so I guess he's really trying to start the feud again, really start to go back and forth. That being said, I don't know if Kendrick is actually going to respond to this. Honestly, if he does, he might just do something and say,
Shut the fuck
Teach
up.
me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. Pull up, Maybach.
I mean, yeah, he's dominating the charts right now because he's Drake and he released 3 albums. So, of course, all of his stuff is going to get to #1. Everyone wants to listen to it. The real thing is all of this going to be here next week? I really don't think so.
Beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby. See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, hey. Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real.